Hey Cancer, welcome to your April 2025 read. Let's get into it. What do my Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about April 2025? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. What do you need to know? The Moon in reverse. The Ten of Air. And the Outcast in reverse. You can see the Outcast as kind of like the Fool in reverse. Okay. I just heard for somebody things are becoming clear. And that can be in really any area, because for some reason I feel like someone's going to immediately focus in on a particular area that has been worrying them. But to be honest, it almost feels as though for some of you it's going to be an area that you don't expect it to be. You know, so for instance, if you're focused on your love life right now because it's stressing you out, things could definitely become clear there. But it may be a total different area that gains clarity this month. So keep your mind open. Don't kind of shut yourself off to one particular area, okay? Okay, first thing first, something that's coming up to me is that for some of you, you may be sick this month. Doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be something small, a cold, you know, some sort of illness or something that takes you out for a little bit. You may be a little tired. So for some of you, that's what's predominantly here in this reading, is that energy. For others of you though, there's this sense of just feeling like you don't know what's going on. You like there's something coming up, bubbling up to the surface in regards to your emotions, in regards to your life. It's kind of taking you out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Ten of Air. If you know anything about the tarot, this is the Ten of Swords. So you see all the you know, the laid out birds, you know, unalive birds, and in that card, the Ten of Swords has a lot of swords in the back of the person that's laying down. So that's kind of how it feels. You're out of it. You're out of energy. You're out of time. You're tired of dealing with something. But this position that you're in makes everything clear. With the Outcast, you're kind of not living up to certain expectations. Maybe you've even put yourself in positions that you didn't expect to put yourself in. And now it's kind of becoming clear what you need to do to get yourself out of it, okay? You didn't expect the situation to end up the way that it is, but now it's like, okay, now I have to do something about this. And I'm sorry if any Cancers feel like this is increasingly negative, but I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer, like just straight intuition. I think a lot of you have been in this energy for some time. Just because, for example, because I see this a lot with clients, you could be having the greatest, normalist days, but if there's a soundtrack going on in the background, negative mindset, maybe money struggling, like all of that, you see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, okay, consciously things seem okay and normal, but there's something going on subconsciously that's messing up everything, and it's informing your conscious, what you're experiencing. If in the back of your head you always think bad things happen, no matter how much you're smiling on the front side, that subconscious is affecting your conscious. You get what I'm trying to say? So that, and it's the same with illness. Like, you know what I mean? Like it can be brewing for a while before it shows up on the surface, right? So it's the same thing. That's something that's going on for you, Cancer. And I'm going to be honest, I can't really speak broadly because this is different for all of you. I think this is a state of mind that you're trying to get out of versus like any particular situation, okay? 3 cards. 3 more cards for you. What will my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising experience in the month of April? What will they experience this month? 5 of Water. Okay, yeah. And then we had the 6 of Water. 5 of Water is at the bottom here. So yeah, and that's even a sign. So yeah, you do pull yourself out of it in the month of April. But like I said, you're kind of starting off the month of April with that energy. And if I'm out of breath, y'all, it's because of the position of how I have these, like, this stuff set up. So, child, I'm up, down, left, and right. Sorry. But it seems as though that's what's going on for you, Cancer. You're pulling yourself out eventually. You get your fire back. You get your intention back. You get your passion back. Maybe with the help of some friends. This is kind of like a 6 of Cups kind of card, meaning there's people coming in, offering help, offering a hand, offering that nostalgia, and that, I'm hearing specifically for somebody, reminding you of who you are. Yeah, so that's the good part about it. Some sort of like, so this can be like you guys reuniting with a friend or reuniting with some sort of situation. For some of you, I just heard reuniting with like an old passion or hobby or something. Kind of gets you that energy back and reminds you who you are, gives you the courage, gives you the power again. For some of you, it's your children. I don't know why these little fishes make me think of babies. Your children kind of reminds you, hey, like, you have more strength than you think. Because I think the external pressure, the daily life, the finances, all of that crap is like getting to you a little bit, Cancer. And I feel like it's been getting to you for a while. It kind of comes into April, and then you kind of gather it all up and you get yourself back together. Someone specific, this is purely sickness. You probably have been sick for a while. Like, even if you overcame like the big symptoms, you may still have congestion, or you may still have for somebody that just heard body soreness. Something is just still there. It's like lingering, and then it's kind of putting a fog over you. So you get it back in April. Towards the more mid end of April, you get back your energy and your power, okay? So let's get into your career and finances. What does Cancer need to know about their career and finances in the month of April 2025? Heart. Yeah. 2 more. What do my Cancers need to know about their career and finances in the month of April 2025? One more, Spirit. Thank you. Ask for one more. I got 2. We got Spiral. Award. And Candle. Yep. Didn't I just say? Getting that ambition. Taking action. Come on, period. Okay. So, a couple things came out with the Heart card. Emotional spending is highlighted. Seeing like at least 3 scenarios here. One scenario is obvious. You doing some emotional spending, meaning you're just spending based off how you feel that day. You know, you see something, you want it, you buy it. Like that sort of thing. Knowing, kind of in a way, knowing that you shouldn't, and or not thinking very much. The second scenario I'm saying is if you do have a joint account with your partner, or like you guys are sharing funds, you may find that they have been emotionally spending. So like, for example, you may have not been paying attention to it, but then you go through your account and you're like, I know this money didn't spend $50. Like, you know, and you kind of like, And it doesn't have to be like an actual partner. This can be your business partner, whomever, somebody you realize is not on the same page in terms of what you're trying to do business or financial wise. And the third scenario that I'm picking up on is, cut that out, Shay, because I don't remember. Okay. Otherwise, it just seems like things have gotten out of control financially for you. There's money coming out. Things seem like there's always a bill. There's always something to figure out. There's always something to pay for. And you've been kind of living in that energy for a while, and it's been fine. It's been working just okay. But now I think in the month of April, we're like, okay, no, we have to get a hold of this. So that's the good part about it. You do start taking action and kind of manifesting new avenues of money. So for some of you, something I'm picturing is like randomly getting paid for something. And it can be in small bits, like little payments from this or that you signed up for. Something comes through where you do get paid. For somebody specific, you do get acknowledged at work. And that can be a small thing, like a little certificate. That can be a shout out via email, something like that. You get recognized for your work at work. Let's see. For somebody, you end up going not viral, but kind of like semi-viral. Like if you've been working on content of some sort, you put it up and it does numbers better than it probably normally does. Okay. But you kind of get your hustle back. But this is towards the end of the month. Again, after whatever has been kind of holding you down and enslaving you, you kind of get your energy back the rest of the month, okay? But get that emotional spending in order, because I feel like a lot of you might be tweaking out financially, just kind of spending, or you realize somebody's just not on the same page as you. So it's almost like I just talked about earlier, there's an affront of like, I'm going to work, I'm doing the job, I'm paying the bills, blah, 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 blah. But then on the back end, there's like other things going on that need to be addressed energetically for you to manifest. Because to be honest, Cancer, there's something blocking your manifestation in terms of money and advancement. And that may be something that you're trying to figure out this month, okay? So let's get into your love and relationships. What's going on with Cancer's love and relationships in April? Not it's raining. Okay. Take a chance. I think it was this one that was trying to come out in the document. Okay. One more. Clarity. What are they experiencing in their love and relationships? Yeah. Okay. There's multiple ways this can go. Cancer, on one end, for some of you, you are, if you're single, completely single, and you're mingling, you may have someone that's in the quote unquote queue and you are interested in pursuing a relationship with them. So this month it may get to that point. I will say that one or both of you, or yeah, one or both of you are a little afraid of this connection. So you are holding back on pursuing it. I'm gonna be real with you. Someone just simply has a negative mindset. There might not be any red flags at all, but one of you or both of you are being super, super cautious, almost to your own detriment. Otherwise, if you are in a relationship, you are having some issues communicating, okay? And not like verbally talking to each other, but communicating about what's really going on. One or both of you feels restricted and not being able to say anything. Like, it almost feels like either one of you are very sensitive and easy to trigger, or it feels as though one of you doesn't fully say what they really want to say in fear of offending the other person. And that may be causing an issue. Like, it may be something that comes up constantly. Why didn't you tell me that you felt that way? Why did you say that like that? Like, that may constantly come up. And so you may find yourself in this weird space. Another scenario I'm picking up on is a divorce, a separation of some sort. Someone's considering a divorce or separation. For others of you, you already divorced and separated from this person, but now you're considering getting back into the relationship, okay? Because you feel like there are some things that you both could work on and fix, and you're not. For some reason, I feel called to pull from this deck, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from this. What other love messages do you have for my Cancer spirit? Make it abundantly clear. Boom. Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. Now, what did I say earlier? So, like I said, if you're single, that speaks to that, right? What are you afraid of? I'm not gonna sit up here in this reading and say that there isn't potential to get hurt, because sometimes spirit be low key setting us up. I ain't gonna hold you, but not set you up in a bad way. Sometimes you're setting you up for a lesson. Sometimes it's setting you up for something, a new perspective. But I don't think so in this case. I think you're in a situation where new love is trying to enter into your life, whether you have it yet or not, and you need to open up your energy to it. Okay, and like I said earlier, just because we're smiling, just because everything's going regular, doesn't necessarily mean that subconsciously we are open as we think we are. Okay, my love? And I hope you have an amazing month. I hope this resonated. Bye.